All right, peace, y'all. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Let's just jump right into it, right? So we back with another class this Thursday. We're always trying to think of how we can help. We're always trying to think of what we can do next to get people aware of this space and bring them inside and let them see the inner workings of what we do on a daily basis when it comes to land buying, right? I entitled this one, You're Playing Too Small, right? And that was a message to myself today. And we do all right, right? We do okay for ourselves. We've done some things in a short span of time. But even I had to say to myself, you're playing way too small. And I'll tell you why I say that, right? With us doing so well within a short span of time, we've been fortunate enough to rub shoulders with certain people in some higher up places, some political figures, and things like that. And these people, I had a call with one of them. I won't drop names. That's not what I do. But one of them is in position that he can make things happen just based upon a relationship and phone calls. And we were having a conversation, and he was saying, a lot of people don't know how to use me correctly. And I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, I know and can see the same way everyone else can see what individuals have going on. But when it comes to me, people come to me and they won't even say what they want or reach out for what they need. And I may be willing to help. And that's why I came up with that sentiment. You're playing way too small. It's all kind of people out there that's willing to help. You have to reach out to them. It's not going to come to you. You have to get yourself in these rooms, right? You have to go where you have to go to get what you have to get. And when I say too small, that means that you probably are going to have to get from around your normal circle and circumstances. You're probably going to have to fire, right? You're going to have to fire that circle that you're with. Right. I was listening to some also. We do a lot of, studying behind the scenes, podcasts and different things like that. And another guy said, you are the sum of your closest 3 relationships. So if you are who you are, current date, you're grown. And if you're not getting what you want to get out of yourself in your situation, fire the circle. Not meaning that you have to say we're not friends no more, but we're not friends to the point of I don't want to hang out no more. You can casually shoot me a text. I'll shoot you a text, check up on you. I may show up for holidays and things like that, but I don't have the time to spend with a circle that's not conducive to growth. That's why this Saturday I had some downtime. Family was out and about. I had some downtime, some personal time to myself. A lot of the time, most of the time, me and Jay were together or either on the phone or something like that. He was with his family. I just had some time alone. And Ryan, I see you, brother. I'm gonna call you. You ran across my mind today. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you tonight. In fact, all right. When I get off of this live, expect a call from me. But anyway, you hear what I'm talking about, Ryan? I said we're playing too small, right? Because you have this network of people that you don't even tap into. Here we are, you have the Acre Boys screaming from the top of the mountains that I found the vehicle that may work for you or may not work for you. And have you even inquired about it? I'm not saying, hey, here we are, the Acre Boys, come join me. Or else I'm saying that, have you even inquired about it? Right? This vehicle may work for you or may not work for you. Everything that we have going on, right, in our culture, it's just different vehicles. In our vehicle, like you have a Tesla, you have a Benz, you have a BMW. Ours just so happened to be land. The concept, the business model of it is the same as any other business model. Buy low, sell high. But how do you position yourself in each of these asset classes? Is that not what they do with stocks? Is that not what they do with crypto? Is that not what they do when they're flipping houses? It's the same exact business model. You just have to figure out which vehicle works best for you. Do you want to drive a Benz? Do you want to drive a BMW? They all drive. They're all designed to do the same thing. So this is the same thing. We found the vehicle that may work for you. I know it worked for me. I'm sold. You don't have to pitch me or sell me on the idea. I'm just telling you, I'm screaming like a cheerleader with pom-poms. Go land. It works. And forget me, right? Forget me. I'm telling you that we have testimonials from people with no experience that says, oh, this worked for me. Right? Because you may not believe me, or you may, but I have a lot of time on the clock. So you may think, right? See how shallow mind people may think, well, you've been doing it for X amount of time. Well, I had a day one, right? So if you would have said that to me 10 years ago, that would have been false. But I did have a day one. You've been doing what you've been doing X amount of time, whatever that may be. Only thing that's guaranteed is that the time is going to go by. So I'm telling you to have a day one now. So when you look up 3-4 years later, now you can say, well, I've been doing this for 5 years. I know what I'm doing like the back of my hand. You don't do something on a daily basis and don't know it. I've never seen that happen from a contractor, from a land flipper, from a restaurant owner. Year 5 don't feel like year 1. So we're just trying to get the message out to us to say we have something that may or may not work for you. Can I promise that it works for each individual? Maybe not. It's the law of averages. If you put this in front of 100 people, will all 100 have success at it? The answer is no. Why? Because everyone is different. Whatever that percentage is going to do something. Whatever that percentage is, they're going to do nothing with the same information. It's been tried. It's been tested. So the question just turns into, are you the type of individual that pick things up and run with it? Or are you the type of individual that pick things up and put them down? Because if you're the type that pick them up and run with it, then you can have success. Because if it worked for me, no college degree, right? 12th grade education. If it worked for the hundreds and thousands of other people we taught, then why wouldn't it work for you? If the concept of buying land and selling land has worked for the past 100 to 500 years, why wouldn't it now work for you? See, people just hear the land and get excited. It's not about the land. When it comes, only time it's about the land is when it's personal. And even when we're covering personal use, we say, well, why not just get it for a discounted price, even if it's for personal use? Comment the word deal, D-E-A-L. Come spend some time with us Thursday. We'll be pulling back the curtain on Thursday. Live deal evaluations. How we find them, how we evaluate them, then put them back on the market. How we find them, how we evaluate them, then put it back on the market. I'm assuming if you knew, you would probably be in flow. If you don't know, then you should show up. Free class on Thursday. No charge. It's free. Nothing's better than free. Nothing is more cheaper than free. So Thursday, comment the word deal, D-E-A-L, and we'll be there, right? Teaching. We come up with different things to try to put in front of you and see what works best. Overall, you just have to be ready to move on good information. That's it. Or not, right? If the answer is not, unless you have something that's working, then it's going to be groundhogs there, right? And this is what happens with us. We mean to do things. We meant to do things. We were going to do things. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Then 2026 turned to 2027. Most people still complaining about the job, same way they was complaining at the top of the year. Your New Year's resolution done came and went. You meant to invest, and it's like this never-ending cycle. So I tell people, you just have to dive in. You have to get going, and don't stop until. When is until, Ray? I don't know. But don't stop until you hit your mark. And then when you hit your mark, keep going to another until. That's the name of the game. Get involved, right? Comment deal. Comment deal. What's today? Today is Monday. See, Mondays is always a little weird. It's like we're laying out the week. All right, personal story is, even in business, like, we're still growing, we're still learning. Like, some people look, and I love what you do. I got ran down on. I'm out eating with my mother. I don't know the guy. Guy ran down on me. Man, thank you for what you do. I sincerely appreciate all of that. But what you don't see is, like, this was imperfect action. This is imperfect action. We're learning as we go, right? We're learning as we grow. That's what we're doing. There's no, I don't go to school in the morning and it's laid out to say, here's how you run a business and make X amount of. No, this is us personally have to study this stuff. This is us personally have to try these things. If it works, we keep it. If it don't, we get rid of it. It's imperfect action. So most people, they're waiting for the perfect storm. When I get the money, well, you may not ever have the money if you're not making sacrifices. That's what the people, when are you preparing? Are you putting something to the side to get the money? Are you saving anything? I like to be very practical. Very practical. Yeah, I'm a join. Well, when are you joining? Do you have deadlines for yourself? Like, we've been working on this podcast I'm getting pissed with myself about, right? See, I'm in this very practical. I'm no different from you. I'm just dealing with me, different than what I used to deal with me or how I used to deal with me. See, I don't let myself off the hook. Fully accountable for my results. And you are too, but you probably won't take the blame for yours. I take the blame for mine. So this podcast that I'm dealing with, I wanted to have the shit done 2 weeks ago. And now we 5-6 weeks behind. And I'm having to check myself like, bro, like, I don't care what you got to do to shoot it. Because one, somebody's waiting on it, right? Somebody's waiting on this that's going to walk it into some place for us. And when you have people that can take things higher, you have to move in a timely fashion. Like, I had a discussion the other day with Jay about scheduling our business, right? See, when we work for ourselves, right? But we're good with scheduling sometimes. Sometimes we're very nonchalant because, we create our own schedule. But then we were saying to ourselves, well, why the fuck, if you was working a regular job, you show up on time for the regular job consistently, day in, day out. You take lunch when they tell you to take lunch. You go home when they tell you to go home. But now you're running your own thing and you don't have a set schedule and not treating it better than what you was. That's stupid. Dear me, what are you doing? Like, I don't, like, these days, I'm a little loopy, a little nutty with how I think about these things. Like, I'm probably not the best person. If you're not on my frequency, you may not like my energy these days because I don't got time for the excuses, right? I'm team no excuses. We doing something or we doing something, right? I know it could be hard. I get it. I get it. I am you, you are me. I come from, trust me, I get it. But what's going to change it? You want me to cry with you? You want me to agree with you that it's hard? We know it's hard. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So I'm saying, let's be practical, put a plan together, and execute the plan. The same way we do everything else. That probably brings in nothing back positive, no return. Somebody do me a favor. Drop in the comments, because I love to know. Anybody on here have daily conversations about finances? Daily conversations about, no, it's not pre-recorded. We're live with a lot of energy. Do anybody on here have daily conversations about finances? I'd love to know that. And I'm going to wait. I just want to see. And if you're not having daily conversations about finances, how does you expect your finances to change? Just help me understand. I'll be trying to think and understand how people think. How is this not a topic? But we say we want. I'm just confused with it. I talk to a lot of people on the phone. We constantly dealing with people. How is it not a daily conversation? Or maybe it's not that important to you as you think it is. And then you got the people, well, money ain't everything. Well, I've noticed that only people that say money is not everything, those are the people that probably have not had a lot of it. And they convince themselves that is not everything, to make themselves feel comfortable. Marquis said, most people wait till their finances are struggling to have financial conversations with themselves. Unfortunately, I agree. Like, we wait until it's time to get it together. Oh, I'm in a rut now. Why would we do that? Now now you don't have no free flowing money, nothing to invest. It's tight now. Now you tight. So I say things like, do your best to get in front of things. Do your best to be ahead of the curve. And that can start even on a small level. Clearly, the more you can put, when I say, that's why I say daily conversations, like saving. Like, that's not a popular topic in our culture. Saving money. We're good at spending it. But nobody want to talk about saving no money. Right? Who wants to talk about saving money? I find it quite interesting, the concept of saving money, the compound effect. I find it really interesting. I find it amazing what $20 a day will do. And this is very practical. Clearly, if you can do more, do more. See, the thing that I love about money is levels to it. So, it's not a flex because it's always higher. Thousandaires want to be 100,000aires. 100,000aires want to be millionaires. Millionaires want to be 100 millionaires, and so on and so forth. So it's always a different level. And they all move different. So, Comment Deal, DEAL, Thursday. What are we going to do Thursday? Thursday is going to be live deal breakdowns, right? Meaning that we'll show you some of the deals that we've personally completed. We'll show you how we went out, got the deals, right? We'll show you how we took the deal down, put it back on the market, evaluated it, first of all, to vet that it is a good deal. Because I had a conversation with a young man today, and he missed that part. He just thought that let's get some offers out the door, and when people start calling, we'll start buying. Doesn't work necessarily like that. He was right to a certain degree. Got to get the offers out the door, right? We wait for people to start calling to sell, but what if it's not a good piece of land? So we have to know how to evaluate. Key part. You have to know how to evaluate it, because you may be losing money if it's not a good piece. So that's what we'll be breaking down, how to evaluate it from any standpoint, whether we're dealing with an auction or we're dealing or buying straight from an owner. And then we'll show you how we put it back on the marketplace. I did a post today that mentioned Facebook Marketplace. That's a free resource, right? Use it. But most people don't know exactly in full detail how to get the most out of the marketplace. So we'll break down all of that stuff on Thursday. More importantly, get out of your way. Allow yourself a chance to be successful. And what I mean by that is show up, right? I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm not telling you to spend any money. I'm telling you to show up, to see, X the Acre Boys off the list, right? Find out if we're for you or we're not for you. Don't go through 2026 still wondering and having an idea if this is something that you want to do. Come down the fence or get over the fence with the Acre Boys is what I'm saying. It'll serve us better and it'll serve you better as well. Because if my business model isn't for you, maybe somebody else's is. But we have to move with a sense of urgency. It's time flying. We almost through this year, headed into 2027. Great question. He said, do you ever worry about the land game getting saturated? No, not in my lifetime. If God willing, I live to be another for the next 50, 60 years, it won't ever be oversaturated. It's too much in this lifetime. We've been investing in one particular state for 6, 7 years and haven't gotten halfway through the state. Right? So when people say that, ponder this question. How is it possible a realtor that sells houses, right? How is it possible that they have a whole career as a realtor in maybe 2 counties? How's that possible? And they're selling houses. Do they run out of houses? Do they stop being a realtor? You see what I'm saying? What happens is properties go on the market, properties go off the market, properties come back on the market, properties go off the market, new houses are built, new areas are developed. So I'll worry about this space being oversaturated when America is fully built out, and we're a long way from that. So I tell people it's still a ground floor opportunity, right? How many land investors you know in comparison to realtors? Great question. How many land investors do you know? And that'll let you know if it's saturated. Comment Deal, DEAL. Thursday, we'll be there. All right. What time is it? What time we got? 25 minutes in. And I'm working tonight. I think I'm going to put in another hour worth of work and shut it down. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Like, you have to burnout is a real thing. And sometimes, like, we go so hard that, like, tonight I was supposed to do a podcast tonight. I'm tired. Like, it's a midnight podcast, radio station, radio show, but it's a midnight interview. And I was supposed to do it tonight, and I'm not even around to do it. But burnout is a real thing. So when you have energy, put it to use. Like, I got good energy right now. So we on live. I'm gonna do some more work. I got energy, but Don't, when you got time or when you got energy, is what I'm saying, do something, right? That's why I joke. You might hear me on live and I say stuff like TGIF, because most people on the weekends they plan on doing nothing, which I think is crazy to me, because it's great if you're happy with your Monday through Friday. I think it's crazy when you complain about your Monday through Friday that you get 2 days off and do nothing with the time. I think that's crazy. But if you're content with Monday through Friday, then it's great. Let's have a good time on the weekend. Let's go do whatever. Let's go have some drinks. Let's kick back. Let's watch TV, whatever y'all do. But if you have that Monday through Friday that most people have, oh, I hate this job. And then you get some time to yourself, that ain't recovery time, sister or brother. That's time to put a plan together to help get out of Monday through Friday, if that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next task. I did want to come and spread love. Farron Perry, text me. She said, "How much is the program?" Text me and let's talk about it. I got a special going on right now, 50% off. 50% off. It's next 72 hours. We didn't put that on social. I wasn't even supposed to say it, but since somebody asked how much was the program, this was just something, links that we were sending out to our private email list. But since she asked, it's 50% off right here. I'm gonna put the number right here in the comments. I just texted. You could text that number. We only do these 50% off sales twice a year, and we got one going on right now. We just decided to do it behind the scenes with a private list that we have. But being that you asked, right, I don't care if you take advantage of it. Why not? All right, for everybody else, comment deal, DEAL, and I'll see you on Thursday. I'm gonna move on. Good night, people.